If we just talk about, obviously, crowdfunding, and the one thing you have been involved in very recently is Funding Circle, which has raised over £150 million, obviously, for companies in the UK. Best week last week, so congratulations on that, sir. Can you just tell us a little bit about Funding Circle?
So Funding Circle is what is loosely called they loosely call it a peer-to-peer finance, but it's really crowdfunding for SMEs. So SMEs traditionally would go to their bank manager and say, I need to borrow £50,000 up to £1 million, whatever it is, for working capital, to buy a piece of equipment or whatever. As we all know, banks aren't really lending. Yeah. Why do we need a bank there? We don't really. So actually, we go to all of us, the crowd, and we lend directly to the business. And it runs a simple auction. And I think the key question, if I asked anyone in this room, do you have a bank account? Everyone would put their hand up and say, yes, I do. If I said, have any of you lent to businesses? A few of you might have lent through Funding Circle or something like that, but most of you probably wouldn't put your hand up. And I would argue every single one of you should put your hand up, because your money right now is going to businesses through banks, or has been, but you have no control over that. So all we've done is take out a very inefficient middleman and allow people to talk directly to businesses. So, it's obviously a great time because banks have struggled, and I'm not knocking the banks the whole time. They've got lots of challenges they've got to fix, but businesses are desperate for this kind of cash. The key is it takes 5 months on average for a small business to raise money from a bank. Yeah. It takes anything from 3 hours to a week for them to do it on Funding Circle. So it's a much better and much more efficient process. And it will never replace banks, but it will absolutely establish itself as another means of businesses raising money.